No. Alright, guys, so, right, we're going to talk about Lauren Southern, who's actually leaving YouTube. I'm both happy and sad about this. I'm sad because I won't get to see her pretty face on the internet. I'm happy because she wants to go and start and have family and get off the internet. And Lauren, call me. Just saying. Still holding that torch, okay? But all jokes aside, look, obviously, I have met Lauren Southern when she was in Australia. She is a lovely person. But let's jump into it. So let's play the clip here. I've skipped to 23 minutes 55 seconds of the video. This is with her and Stefan. She actually talks about her leaving YouTube. So let's jump into it.
Next.
What am I doing next? I am taking a step back. I'm taking a step back from politics, and this is obviously, I think we agreed this interview will be released after I publish my little letter announcing that I'm leaving, so people have probably already heard. But this interview will be one of the last on video interviews people see about me or with me.
Right.
I guess I should go into that more.
Yeah, why not? I could ask you the prompting questions, or you could just wing it.
Okay, so after a long consideration about my time in politics and my time making videos, it's been about 4 or 5 years. I mean, I started doing this when I was 19, and my whole life has been, my entire adult life has been consumed by politics. That's a little crazy. I've already taken a step back from YouTube with my documentary making. So for the most part, even though I was on the ground doing interviews, I wasn't on social media that much and in the constant rat race of things. And in doing so and taking a step back from social media, I certainly feel I gained a little better of a real world perspective, a little more clarity in my thinking when you're not constantly getting the opinions of thousands of people at you every single day, every single second. And I feel that while I've had so much experience on the ground and so much time all over the world, I've traveled to so many countries these last 4 years, we often see in this society two things. We see people who get thrown into the fray of real world contentions and they give their perspective from on the ground, and people that give their perspective from ivory towers. They're very well educated. They've read all of the books and they've looked at all the studies they can, but they don't necessarily know what it's like to be on the ground and how they would act in a situation themselves. They observe it from their ivory towers and give an analytical position on it. And then the people who are thrown into real world fray contentions, they have a very honest take on things, but they can't necessarily fully analyze or articulate what they've been through afterwards or even during, because they don't have the academic side to it. So I think I'd like to go back and add a little bit of an academic lens to all the things that I've seen in the world. And that's one part of it. I want to go back and do some studies and focus on my education, adding the academic lens. And then the other side is, I don't believe that we can have it all. I think that there is a common misconception in the world that we can just have it all. You can be the internet meme, constantly traveling the world, making documentaries, making videos, doing interviews on Twitter all day, and also have a contemplative life and a family life. And that's been really hard for me to balance these last few years. You know, it's something that I've really struggled with, because not only do I feel a duty to be political and take part in some of the most important discussions in my life and in the world, but I enjoy it. I do enjoy this, but this is, I feel like I'm at a cross point in my life where I can choose to keep going on the vita activa, constantly going on the road forever, and then ignore a large part of what it is to be human, which is to have human connections, relationship, a family. And that's something that I really want and I'd like to pursue. So while I feel that me and everyone that has supported me, oh my goodness, you've been one of the only reasons I've been able to do anything, all my patrons and even those that just share my videos, we've accomplished a lot. We've made some of the biggest groundbreaking films in modern political conversation, and just had created robust conversations around some of the most important topics of this day and age. And for that, I will forever be grateful for and proud of. But I think it's time, for the sake of my personal life and for the sake of growing as a person and in my political engagements, for me to focus on my family and my education.
So I will put a link to the full video, guys, below. It's an interview regarding... I'll also put it in chat too, if you guys want to watch it after the show. But like I say, yeah, if you guys want to go through and watch it after the show, obviously you can. But like I say, it's an interview regarding borderless and retirement. Like I say, look, at the end of the day, look, she's been doing this for 5 years, okay? It's 3 years longer than me, or 2 years longer than me. I get it. Some days I'm just like, oh, I've got to go to the news. It's going to be depressing. I get that. And obviously, look, I do a lot more than what she does. Not tooting my own horn or anything, but, you know, a 2-hour, 1-hour show every day for 5 days a week for 52 weeks a year. But at the end of the day, I get that frustration that she gets. She wants to go and start family, have friends, have a relationship. Lauren, call me. Seriously, call me. But, you know, like I said, look, at the end of the day, yeah, I get that. And she's 24. You know, she wants kids. And that sand is ticking through the hourglass. You know, so I get it. I get the fact that her little biological clock is ticking. Lauren, call me. We'll have Aryan babies. But like I say, look, at the end of the day, I get that. I don't think she's going to leave forever. I think she will be back. Don't worry. I think after a few months or whatever it may be, she will be back. Maybe a year, whatever, she will be back. And at the end of the day, who knows? Maybe YouTube back then, when she comes back, will be different. At the moment, it is literally a place where you can get doxxed and whatnot just for simply having the wrong opinion. We have literally just covered a story where the Daily Beast went through and doxxed someone for... They've got a blocker thing on running. But they've literally gone through and doxed someone just for having the wrong opinions. So, or for sharing a meme. So at the end of the day, I get why she's taking a step back. I really, really do. And unlike me, her face is out there. It is not hard to find Lauren's real name. It's really easy, actually. And the alt-right seemingly wants to hate her as much as the alt-left does. So, I get it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, don't worry. Well, I'm not going to stop, Raymond. Don't worry, buddy. But yeah, like I say, look, I'm older than Lauren Southern. But hey, Lauren, if you like older guys. But like I say, yeah, I'm older. But even I've realized that doing this show 2 hours every day, like for 5 days a week, it puts a toll on your but don't get me wrong, I love it. I love this shit. I love triggering the left. I love going through and giving people actual, real, factual news. And actually trying to keep political opinions out of it. Just telling you guys the facts. We're trying to tell you for facts whether it goes with or against our agenda, okay? I'm older than Lauren, so, you know, I'm in this for the long haul, you know? Like, Stefan actually mentions this too. Stefan says that he got into politics when he was in his 30s, so it's different for him. She got into it when she was 19. You know? She's always going to be the girl with the hedgehog, because apparently she has a hedgehog. I'm talking about the pet, okay? Get your minds out of the gutter. She's my waifu. But like I say, yeah, look, at the end of the day, I support her decision to do this. And I don't think she'll be gone. I think she'll be back. So I'm really not worried about it, per se. We'll just have to wait to see. But at the end of the day, yeah, good luck, Lauren. Good luck with any guy that has you. Presumably there is a long list knocking down your door. If not, call me. Just saying. But yeah, now look, at the end of the day, obviously, good luck to Lauren, and I hope she does a great job. And I hope she moves on. She's going to do studies and stuff like that. We do actually have her statement here. Where did I close that window? I found it, and then I closed the statement. I closed the window. That is complete boomer moment. But like I say, look, at the end of the day, yeah, I support a decision. Look, it's a loss. Yes, it's a loss. But there's others people out there like us that are going to be able to pick up the slack anyway. For those who follow and enjoy my work, thank you very much for partaking in this adventure with me over the last 4 years. You probably already noticed I pulled back an extent from social media, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. I've been slowly moving towards a life less lived on the virtual world and more present outside of it. Yeah, I can't blame him either, Eric. I wanted to pursue this less public life, but I've also felt a sense of duty to stay and make a difference. That's not that I deeply enjoy the creative content of my work. It's that I prefer to find fulfillment in more private capacity and finally decide to make that full commitment. So I rest assured, it's not that I regret my past experiences, the most informative, phenomenal over the years. She basically says, I've made profound friendships with some of the most talented and brave people in the politics and philosophy. You know who you are, your duties and the distances in the world has come to so many years content. Many stories I feel I never got the chance to tell, but I treasure them in my memory and glad to be bring some of them in the world. But enough of the media. I've received far more attention than any deserves with the false portrayal of myself and many others I know. So yeah, it just seems like it's just she wants to go off and become private. Whatever the Canadian legal authorities might still mistakenly think I'm not a man. So she's literally signing off with trolling. Good on you, Lauren. Yeah. So like I say, she's just basically going to go off and private. Yeah. Private life and step back from politics. Like I say, I think she'll be back. I think in a few years or whatever, she'll be back. So, like I say, between now and then, guys, we will fight the good fight. We will keep it up. And Lauren, when you come back, the world will still be there for you. All right. So,